Ladies and gentlemen, as we head into the drafting phase for game number 1, presented to you by the official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy S25 series RRQ on blue side. CC eliminated, Kareth eliminated, Alter Ego go for a wise choice here. The chip gets taken off the board, as well as the Jushin. These are two heroes that I personally think RRQ would be able to utilize to its potential.
Yeah, both Rins and Edok have been phenomenal on those picks. Especially the chip even before the broken chip update, which is the patch we're playing on right now. Broken chip, RRQ, Suyo, wow. Wow. I thought maybe they want to force Rin on a Suyo, because that's the only hero in the meta that we have not seen Rin play on, but they just had to ban the Suyo, probably looking at a Joy first pick here. Or maybe they want to just go Granger and again battle out the jungle, forcing Alter Ego to ban out the Joy, but Mathilda's still up. Might have to get rid of that first.
I mean, you might be getting what you asked for, right? No Joy, no Suyo, maybe an assassin showdown. What do you think, Arashi?
I think it's very possible. No, the Fanny actually still in the minds of Alter Ego. So now for RRQ, they have forced that Joy issue, but as you mentioned, Mathilda is still on the board, Granger still on the board. What exactly does Keski feel is important? It will be that Joy.
Right. Joy gets picked up. Granger should follow here for Alter Ego. I think this is where we gotta think for Alter Ego. After the Granger, what are they gonna go for? If they even go for Granger, they might just go for the Moskov here, knowing that Highs has been phenomenal on the Moskov over the Granger. And it's a way that we've seen from teams to counter the Granger by using the Moskov.
We've seen that a lot today as well.
You can counter the Assassins as well, right? Knowing that they're up against a Joy, having a Moskov. We saw earlier Savero was just so difficult to catch by Annabelle on the Joy as well. So no Granger though, and the Hylos. Back then it was the Granger Gatot, now Granger Hylos. Gearing up for a proper front to back here. What's gonna be RRQ's response?
Do you think they're setting up for maybe a Hanzo pick for Rin?
I feel like that works. They certainly want to see what exactly RRQ themselves have to offer here. And you have to wonder if RRQ are willing to show their backline, or do they want to show, usually they'll show the backline and they'll save Edok's pick for later on. So, turns out, it's the EXP lane potentially, and the gold lane already. Good counter to the Granger. And we've seen RRQ able to shut down these Grangers with this Irrital pick.
Okay, finally we see the Irrital and the Granger gold lane matchup. Alter Ego, what do you think will be the response?
This is the thing, right? Right now with the Hilda pick, it kind of denies the Assassins from Alter Ego, but they have to go for an Assassin. Suyo has been banned out. If they went Mathilda earlier, they could go for the Alpha now, but if they go Alpha here, then it will be banned out. So they are forced to go for something safer in the Assassin department, which is definitely the Hanzo. The Hanzo comes in as the safer choice to go up against the Hilda, because you can chomp down on your buffs quickly. You're very, very quick at clearing your own jungle.
No, it seems like for RRQ, I feel like if they get something they can, that can kind of build on the aggression of the Hilda, they can find ways to shut down this Hanzo all the way from the beginning. So I think that the mid lane and the roam is something that Alter Ego needs to respect. Whereas for RRQ, yeah, I feel like they're just gonna make sure that they're gonna deny all these heroes that can kind of stall the game out and allow Alter Ego to wait for a moment where the Hilda finally falls off. Yeah, Lo Yi banned by RRQ though.
I'm really curious who this Hilda is going to be placed on. Is it Dairon on the Hilda or is it Rins on the Hilda?
Rins?
I mean, Edok.
I think for sure it's just going to be XP. I don't think we've seen a flex this season just yet.
I think RRQ has not picked up the Hilda this season.
Yeah, they haven't, but I think it should be an XP. Alter Ego final ban. Do they wanna? I don't think they need to ban the Tigreal here either, right? They already have Hanzo, Hylos, Granger. I think they're actually pretty okay up against the Tigreal.
It seems like they're more aware of the front-to-back like collision, because the Badang against the Hylos, I think the Alter Ego are trying to find ways to make sure that RRQ, if they're getting ran over, they can't stop the full-on engage. So Khalid is the next pick for Alter Ego. Good aggressive pick and help with the wave clear as well, by the way. So for RRQ, without the Lo Yi in the picture here, with Alter Ego having the first pick once they've revealed their final ban, Yeah, do they still want to ban one more mid laner? Someone that can actually participate in the long, drawn-out fights? Or do I just ban like the Farsa to remove the possibility of a burst scenario with the Granger, Farsa, and Hanzo?
Obvious is their answer though. Alright. So with this front to back now for Alter Ego, do they want to leave the flex high-lows?
Yeah, I think they utilize the flex high-lows to the end
mid
here.
lane.
Pick up a mid laner, versatile one. The versatile one would be, I was thinking more Valen if they wanted something versatile. So if
Valen.
RRQ do go for the Eve or the Farsa, then you'll be able to respond to it.
And even if they do put, if they put Edok on like a Tigreal, and also take that away as well. So it's a good pick that can kind of limit the options for RRQ as well. And it's also it's a pretty signature hero for Hijune as well.
Yep, that one gets picked up. RRQ, last two picks, Rome and a mid lane. Against the Valentina now, again, I don't think you want to go for the Farsa anymore. The Sicilian is a bit safer, together with... Do they want to be the ones to pick up Mathilda? It's not the best with the Joy, but again, we saw this from BTR. They try to make it work. Hilda plus Mathilda.
I don't know. For RQ, I would want more engage, especially for Edok.
Yeah.
Gatot is still an option. It's risky for the Valentina.
Oh!
Wow. Aurora.
Interesting.
I mean-
Aurora into the Valentina.
Yeah,
But also the Kufra though, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
that's new. That's a debut for Edok there.
the Kufra actually should be able to bouncing ball both Valen and the Hanzo, so it's a way to deal with the Hanzo. You dive in, you get the CC as well, you let the Hilda be the one in front, and then you follow up with your initiation. Yeah, there you go, Alter Ego, last pick. It is a...
They like to play aggressive. What hero can help that?
AoE crowd
I think they can go Cho this game.
Let's fight to our heart's content.
Oh,
they go
Lucas.
No CC, no Phobius, no... The Valentina's picked up, yeah, they set up perfectly for the Lucas.
All right. So now basically Hylas is the main front line, and Lucas, along with the Hanzo, is a lot of dive threat. All they have to do is get around and over the Aurora, and they should be home free to just maul Irithel and Joy in the backline. So see how this plays out, man. I think Alter Ego definitely, on paper, have the more aggressive mid-game, but early game, there's a chance that RRQ might be able to make some maneuvers here, get some advantages before that tempo starts building up for Alter Ego.
And that's exactly what they need, right? They need to be able to stop Alter Ego's tempo, because that's how they've been able to build on the momentum. So let's see if RRQ can break it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 1 in this best of 3 series. A little bit of a throwback to the grand finals of season 6. One of the closest grand finals we've seen in MPL ID history. And with that, let's head over to the land of Dawn for RRQ and Alter Ego.
The battle for number 1 in the standings. Whoever wins here is probably going to take that number 1 standing away from EVOS.
Looking at some of the main emblems here, Edok going with the focusing mark on the Kufra. So another interesting change right there. But unlike the previous games, we are seeing in the mid lane, not a lot of big skirmishes happening. Edok is just screening here, watching in case any pesky cheese moves are made by Rin to try and maybe go in and steal some of the camps away from Hazel.
Oh. Okay, that's some poke onto Dreams right now as we start to analyze the emblems as well.
Widow's Blessing for the mid laners, not surprising. Rupture for Rins though, wanting some more damage to throw around in the early game. Oh, look at this.
Oh, freeze already. Purify coming out. You still have the pad of Ice Siege. Very low, still goes to the splash, gets punished by Lin's first blood.
That's calculation right there.
Ninja
Prince
Rin.
nearly gets taken
Not
down.
even a flicker.
Oh man, you're right. He still has a flicker intact as well. He knows the passive, he knows the hero well. And that's first blood over to RRQ, something we don't see quite often.
Ooh.
Heis barely gets out there. Hazel goes in for an aggressive and cheeky play, but they're still able to outmaneuver there. As we take a look at the talent predictions too.
Oh,
RRQ versus Papulo.
Do you believe in patterns is the question here.
Oh man, he's been right.
I believe in Hazel and Edok. Dream's gonna be caught by Hazel and Edok. Now slow down, revitalized, not up. That means the horse is gonna be put down by the Kings.
It's a lot of chase coming out of RRQ, man. Alter Ego with Dreams being in the main front line. Oh, Hijime.
Another one. Hijime gonna fall again. Deja vu to the match against Liquid. Nino frozen, forced back, not killed, but zoned away from the fight completely.
By the way, this is Edok pre-level 4. And that's the damage he's already been able to place.
Rin always able to steal the show. One level ahead, quick clears, and he got it. The out retry against Hazel.
Oh, what a steal! What a steal! Oh, and even on stage, he was like, you know, just wait for my performance, Hazel. And well, that's a good start for Rin.
Amazing start for sure there. Because Rrq are doing a great job shutting down the side lanes right now. They're getting a lot of pressure, but the jungle is relatively untouched. And we've seen the oppressive mid-game that a Hanzo player can get if they just are allowed to farm up a storm. So Rrq, they're doing pretty good so far, but they should be looking for more. But look at that.
Rin's Glacier stolen. Wow, in towards the soul snatch. Goodbye, Rins. Some vengeance from Alter Ego. Hazel trying to go for an angle of attack against Hijime. Not able to find it.
Man, what's the counterplay like that? Like in the early game, there's nothing you can do. But look at this, whoa. Hazel is kind of persistent in the mid lane. They're trying to get something back for Rins' death. Rrq from a 1k plus gold lead down to 600. And it seems like Alter Ego, level 6, level 5. This is the moment where they can get a bit of momentum here. So Rrq needs to be a bit careful.
For sure. Oh!
Edok, great catch, chance revenge, and the rage. The freeze as well. Rin still able to survive. Goes back in now over to Hazel. Terrified by Hijime. Purple buff taken away by Rin. Goes for the soul snatch onto Edok. Wow! Rin with a backup of Dreams and Hijime turns it around.
That didn't go as planned at all. Edok losing his life there, but it just show you exactly how oppressive Edok can be. Meanwhile, Rin!
Oh! Now another shot at revenge. It's Rrq with Tyrant. Big bonk into the song of victory from Hazel. No try and beats though. Brought back, shoved in to the frigid Glacier. Hijime clapping back again.
Action-packed games today, and this is what we were expecting, especially for Alter Ego and Rrq. They're playing into the pattern.
Goes in one more time. Dream still trying to run away. Glorious pathway coming out. Toy almost getting the final hit. Now Nino. No ultimate just yet. Flickers out to safety. Rin waiting in the midst, jumping onto Dyron. Oh boy. Him down with a soul snatch. Should be available. There you go. Jumps on him. Dyron too tanky for him to assassinate.
Dyron has no HP to play with this hurdle, but Rrq are trying to blitz it immediately. Great recovery after a series of failures in the engagements, in the pickoff department. And now Alter Ego, they're definitely waiting for a chance to strike back. Man, blow for blow, they've been trading really, really well. And even rotation-wise, look at this. Immediately after Rrq leave the vicinity, Alter Ego look for something, for a trade, a steal. So both teams are just showing great proactiveness. By the way, Heis is running the killing spree on the Granger. He's gonna be able to proc it very, very frequently. Again, below 30%, he gets the boost immediately.
Caught. Frigid Glacier flickered out of Rin. Soul Snatch coming in. This time it's the Frigid Glacier coming back as well. That's two members stunned up as Toy jumps into the back. Heis forced to flicker out. Now Edok getting cut down a bit. That blade stuck in the air, but Alter Ego walk out with a winning trade.
All right, but it looks like Hazel is still busy. He's not standing idly by. He's going to be able to pick up that turret in the top side. So that's a tower, a permanent tower, traded for Dyron. And it looks like Rrq, the gold lead that they've been able to build for the early portion of the game, has now actually swapped back into Alter Ego's hands. So you can see that the gold lead is very volatile right now for both of these teams.
Ooh, you know, finding Hazel there. But yes, that's a gold lead for Alter Ego, even with a tower disadvantage. So the moment Alter Ego equalize in the turret department, that gold lead is gonna swing in their favor. Rrq definitely finding it a bit difficult to deal with Rin right now. But for, oh, hold on a second.
Edok look for a play. Now he's gonna be caught. The Glorious Pathway will cut him down. Stunned down behind the turret. Frigid Glacier stuns up the horse, but that's about it.
Both teams with a great engage and disengage. And for the most part, it's just a back and forth until Rin makes his move on that Hanzo. Oof, definitely a menacing presence right there. But in the mid lane,
Tyrant for the damage. Oh, the freeze! One more shot. Nino gets away, gets the shot for the healing, and he survives. Turtle spawns up top. No one there to set up just yet.
I feel like that's a Nino special now. EXP lane always is able to get out on a sliver of health, really denying that as an advantage for RRQ to utilize in the next neutral objective, which is this turtle that has already spawned. Hazel was behind on EXP earlier on. Dreams opens it up.
Great move by Highs. The clean spree gonna be procced. That's the first Sky Piercer stack. Rin trying to go for it. Highs read it perfectly. Flicker out there as now it's gonna be Hazel. Gonna try and beach. Dreams very low. It's a knockback from Nino. Hazel! Oh, still able to escape for a bit. Highs guns him down. Final shot, Tyron. Now caught against 3. Sacred Beast 4 from Nino. Soul Snatch for Rin.
2-for-1 trade, ladies and gentlemen, and it looks like they're gonna be able to utilize that space to get this turtle into their hands. Say goodbye, right?
Bye-bye, Rins. Highs picks up another kill. Rin chomps down on that purple.
Arashi. It's a 2K gold lead, E-Doc.
Oh! Soul Snatch! Oh, by Rin and the snipe from Highs! He wanted more, the Mad Lad! Now in the mid lane, glorious pathway from Dreams, Toy and Hazel zoned away. Alter Ego have got control.
They're not stopping anywhere on the map. Look at Nino also being very busy into the top lane, able to push it. Luckily, Dyron is there to stop that from happening. But this is a 3K gold lead now building up more and more for Alter Ego.
Ooh.
That's damage onto Hazel too.
Man, Rin just out of control right now, and this is the aggressive tempo we were talking about earlier. If Alter Ego can do this and stop RRQ from doing their setups here, even E-Doc is not allowed to find any space in the bushes, man. Completely poked down and denied every single time. And they're just waiting for Rin to make the move.
I thought the Hilda was supposed to be the bully against the Hanzo. Not in this game.
Also because the Hilda isn't really allowed to get her hands onto the Hanzo, man. Rin is using this ultimate from so far away, and earlier in the neutral objective setup, the moment Dyron goes to go in the jungle to find Rin, Nino is on the case trying to match him to immediately go for a duel.
By the way, this is Highs. He has the Sky Piercer 404 already. He's feeling himself.
It's a 2K gold lead almost for Highs in the gold lane, and we know that this man does well when he is ahead. So now Dyron tries to find some info, but the steals, man, from the Hanzo.
Oh wow, that damage on Dyron. Now they re-engage Rin. Soul Snatch. Another turret gets Highs. A kill from downtown. Nino running away, no threat.
They're just forced to completely focus on Rin to shut him down, but look at this, E-Doc.
Counter bench, great purify out from Hijime. And they still hold control now. Dreams goes into the glorious pathway. Highs able to go for all that damage with Rhapsody, forcing out the Frigid Glacier as well. Big ultimates baited out of RRQ.
And now look at this. They've already blitzed the Lord. This is a free first Lord for Alter Ego. This is not what we expected this game 1 to go. RRQ undefeated right now. Just to remind you guys, the only team that is undefeated in MPL ID Season 15, and it's a 5K gold lead by Alter Ego.
And right now the issue for them is that Dreams is just so tanky, man, with the Radiant armor, with the steel leg plates. Not a lot of physical defense just yet, but Toy is also severely behind. So Alter Ego, the moment the glorious pathway is rolled out, Rin and Dreams move forward, and RRQ are powerless to try and stop them.
They've been playing these teamfights so well. It seems like they already know, okay, E-Doc is going to try and initiate. He's going to look for an opportunity. As soon as they fail that, Alter Ego go, okay, now it's the green light for us to go for a re-engage. And they've been able to do that over and over and over again.
See movements from Alter Ego to go towards a purple buff. Hazel's trying to clear, but in the top lane, the Lord gonna do a crash. Alter Ego gonna try and secure this turret, it seems.
Glorious pathway from Dreams. Rin again! Jumping in, this time gonna be caught by E-Doc. Instantly. The threat gone, Rin's flicker forward. Frigid Glacier only landing onto the roamer. Hazel jumping in. Electrifying beats. Oh my goodness! Kites away and guns Hazel down. In the back, it's a flank, but it will be all for naught. Rin deals with him together with Hijime and Dreams.
Hazel went for the Hail Mary play rather, and was still unable to get the kill. That's Gonnie's gold. That's Highs. That's why he was named, what, top 3 gold laners right now? 604 on the Granger.
By E2 Max.
Hey, Mr. E2 Max.
Oh, my lord.
Great kiting performance there by Highs. Hazel almost got him. It was a valiant effort from RRQ there, going for the re-engage, sending Dyren all the way deep to find Rin. But in the end, all Trigo were ready for it. They know that this is the default, and the moment RRQ make their moves, it's just so readable because there's not many other alternatives RRQ can do right here to really win over all Trigo in a fight. 7,000 gold lead for all Trigo. If RRQ want to win, they gotta hold for a bit longer.
If Heis didn't have Killing Spree, he would have died.
Oh, right. Great point right there. The extra movement speed is what allowed him to get out. Just very, very slightly. Now it's back to a setup situation, and all Trigo are already on the purple buff.
Uh-oh, Edok. The Roamer is going to be bursted down 1 HP for Edok. Rin's damage in the 12th minute of the game.
That's the Marksman Trinity with the Malefic Roar as well. And there's no counterplay. Even if they do burst down that Shadow, Rin still survives. And there's no way for RRQ to send anyone all the way in the back there. Lord is gonna be up right now, and Alter Ego has all the cards in their hands.
This is scary. Hazel level 14, Rin is a level ahead right now. You can see the positioning coming in from Toy. He wants to clear out that lane before he enters the vicinity, but he has to be careful of Rin. Edok always looks for an engage, but Rin is always able to burst him down before it comes down, so they're playing this very carefully. They're not giving information over, as that's a slow push now built in for RRQ in the top side.
There's a push on the bottom side for Alter Ego as well. Rin makes his move here, uses the ultimate.
Doesn't find anything with it, but it's a slow game. They have a slow push down below. They're playing it slow now as they've utilized the chaos earlier. Heis, flicker out, wow! Reads it out for Glacier now, will be able to stun them all. Rin's finding Heis in the back, but no one's there to follow it up. Rin together with Nino just wreaking havoc. Toy gonna be so stashed by Rin. Everyone falling. The Kings are falling like flies. Rin goes for another. Say goodbye to the passive. Say goodbye to your life. The Kings have fallen. Their first game loss is incoming.
It's imminent up until this point. There goes the turret, there goes the final minion, and here goes the final push.
The three faces are all laughing as they get that victory against RRQ. A quick one to start the day.